Hello, everybody, and welcome to Chalk Talk. This is the Super Bowl episode of our NFL bets and picks. Not last one of the season. We'll have our Super Bowl breakdown for the DFS Showdown slate, but it's our last picks show of the year. One game to break down. All comes down to this.
All the marbles.
We saw the Rams get it done and the Bengals get it done in this face-off. The Bengals are the underdog story of the year. Like, absolutely nobody at the beginning of the season thought they'd make it to the Super Bowl. Here they are. What, you had your hand up, Corey?
Yeah, I did.
Oh yeah. The one that doubts them every single week had them. Okay.
Joe Burr.
We'll get into that because I know what side Corey's gonna be on.
Well, yeah.
Corey did call the Rams in the Super Bowl from the start of this preseason. I'll give him that.
Yeah, okay. He did. That was a Super Bowl pick though to win it, so they have to win it.
He's pretty closer than any of us.
Yeah. Wait, you're not going to give me credit for that?
No, I'll give you credit to having the Rams as your preseason Super Bowl, like you making the Super Bowl. I'll give you credit for that. They just aren't going to get it done here. So I guess I already gave away what my side is probably going to be on, but yeah, let's get it started. Because there's only one game, we can do the over under as well, like give our picks on that. But quick recap from the conference championship. We'll start in the middle here. Alex and I went 1-1. You went 1-1, right, Alex?
Yeah, believe so.
Yeah, and we both hit our locks. Corey, we'll start with Corey here. Corey went 0-2, did not hit his lock, obviously. And then Nick went 2-0 and obviously hit his lock.
Yeah, you can call me the Oracle.
On the postseason, though.
Yeah, Nick, your first winning week.
Maybe ever, but probably the most important.
Well, we'll see the Super Bowl. This is the most important right here. So we'll start out. Who wants to go first with their Super Bowl pick?
Corey earned the spot. Let's give it to him.
Okay. We can start.
Yeah. Beginning of the year, I saw what the Rams were doing. Did not expect them to go out and get OBJ. Obviously, that was something they had to do because of Bobby Woods going down injured with his ACL tear. But OBJ's been a bright spot for the team since he's been there. He's become more of a threat as of late in the playoffs, is exactly where they need him to be. And he's been a great compliment to Cooper Kupp. He's helping Matthew Stafford in the middle of the field where, they didn't really have, I'm not going to say Bobby Woods wasn't that player because he was, but OBJ is a little bit younger. I think he has a little bit more sure hands than Bobby Woods, but yeah, he's been doing well. Matthew Stafford's been on fire this playoffs. And he's the odds-on favorite for the Super Bowl MVP if they are to win this game, which I do believe they're going to win. I said I picked them at the beginning of the year. Sean McVay, second time here, right? Yeah, it's the second time. Yeah. So I just, this matchup heavily favors the Rams. We know what the Rams like to do on defense. That's get pressure with 4, and they can easily do that against the Cincinnati O-line that is below average. Yes, they've looked better as of late, but they're so spotty. They gave up 9 sacks. They gave up 9 sacks against the Titans.
Yeah.
Still managed to win that game somehow. Don't know how that's possible. I'd love to see the overall stat line on that. But Aaron Donald, I think he's going to eat, and I think he's going to have a really good game, and he's going to help. The Rams basically I don't think it's going to be a cakewalk in the beginning, but towards the end of the game, I think it's going to be Bengals playing from behind, trying to play catch up. Joey B made some great plays last week against the Chiefs, scrambling away, but he hasn't faced Aaron Donald or that defensive line yet. So I'm giving the Rams -4. Took in the beginning of the year.
Isn't it 4.5?
No, right now on FanDuel it's -4.
Okay.
So,
4.5 for DraftKings.
So yeah, I'm let my pick come true, just so I can have some bragging rights here and hold it over everyone's heads for the until next season.
Hey, you won't hold it over mine. I'm riding with you, man.
There we
Rolling with the Rams. As much as I want to cheer for the Ohio team, some hometown dogs for me, but yeah, it's not going to happen. I don't know if first year coach has ever won it either. So
Zach Taylor's not a first time coach, so
well, he plays like one. So
true.
Yeah, Mike White might win coach of the year, but
He's not going to win coach of the year, but
one of the top two contenders to win it. But go
when,
ahead.
when did he coach in a Super Bowl?
No, he no, he hasn't coached in a Super Bowl. I don't think he thought you meant first time ever coach.
Oh, I just mean like it's his first time to the big dance.
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see McVay. He's an awesome coach going down 0-2. Seems more like a Rocky Balboa fighter to me. I think he's going to win one of these rounds. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna be on the opposite side here. I think the Rams win, but by 3. My final prediction score wise 27-24 Rams. So I think the Bengals cover. Corey, I did hop on week 8, grabbed a Rams right after they got OBJ, grabbed a Rams Super Bowl ticket plus 750 there. So we'll see. But I don't know. I just think the Bengals have been playing close games. And it's one of those things where they're so young, like they don't know what they don't know type of deal. Like Joe Burrow could be the first, I think it's player in history. What is it? To win the Heisman, to win a national championship and potentially a Super Bowl in like 3 years because he got hurt last year. Yeah, 3 years. Insane. But yeah, like these guys like Jamar Chase and Burrow, they're just like, they're going out there. I don't think understand how big of a moment it is because they've been playing in these games their whole life. I mean, they say the SEC now, prepares kids for any sort of stage NFL wise. So I think they keep it close, but I do think the Rams get it done. I think Stafford solidifies his Hall of Fame career by getting a ring. I mean, that was kind of the only thing left on there that people were saying, I don't know if
he's a Hall of Famer.
There's a lot of people. It's a big argument, Nick. A lot of people don't think he is, which I think once he gets this ring, I think it's all for naught. I mean, he's top 10 in passing yards,
Who?
passing touchdowns. Stafford.
Oh,
Like I think he's 11 or 12th all time in yards and touchdowns. And he'll obviously play a couple more years, crack that top 10. So, like I said, I think Bengals.
Stats to prove it. He just hasn't had this moment.
Yeah.
now he gets the moment.
Yeah, because he was in Detroit, cursed franchise. So, like, what do you expect? But yeah, Bengals cover, Rams win.
All right. Well, here we go. People probably already know my pick based off how we start off the show. It's going to be the Bengals plus 4.5 here. I mean, I'll go ahead and just list off every reason why I think the Bengals are going to cover, at least cover, but I still think they win the game. So one, you have someone like Stafford leads the league in interceptions. You have Burrow, who's been one of the best quarterbacks under pressure and against zone coverage. You have the Bengals, who only really rush 3 guys, or not all the time, but they rush 3 guys at one of the highest rates in the entire league. And Stafford has faced just the 3-man rush about 45 times this year. And the only quarterbacks with a worse yards per attempt than him are Sam Darnold and Mac Jones facing that. The Bengals have, people have underestimated both their offense and defense, especially their defense all year. Their D line is very good and they barely blitz. They don't have to. They can bring pressure. They have Trey Hendrickson, DJ Reader, Hubbard, Ajinobi. Like, they have a very good defense.
Ogunjobi, former Brown, can't forget him.
That's what I said. I thought I included him in there.
Really
what the Bengals did in that second half adjustment is how against the Chiefs is how they will play against the Rams and Stafford all game long. They had 8 men drop back. They double teamed Kelsey and they double teamed Hill. and Mahomes literally couldn't do anything. Their defense was just complete lockdown. And so I think what you'll see this game is you'll see them try to double team Cup and double team OBJ. Then you have like Jesse Bates and Von Bell as the safeties. And I think you're going to see Stafford just collapse in the spot, just completely collapse. And the one mismatch I do see the Rams have, obviously against the Bengals, is that D-line. This will be the best D-line that the Bengals have faced all year. So that is the one mismatch. But when you look at the teams that the Bengals have faced with good D-lines, way above average, he's been stellar. What is it? He played the Steelers twice. You have TJ Watt, Defensive Player of the Year. They played the Raiders twice. Great D-line. 49ers, they did lose that game only by 3. The Broncos, they beat. The Chiefs, they beat twice, who have a pass rush. The Titans, even though they got sacked 9 times, wins all the games. The Bengals, what is it? If the spread was 4.5 against any playoff teams the Bengals have faced all year, they would be 9-0 against the spread. Every single playoff team, if the spread was 4.5 or lower, or whatever, if it was 4.5, they'd be 9-0 against them.
So we're not going with the regression to the mean theory here, is what you're saying.
No, it just shows you how incredible Burrow has played. There's only 2 games this entire year that if the spread, it was the Browns, I think, and then one other game.
They killed them. I was at that game.
Yeah,
the Browns absolutely.
There's only 2 games that they've lost by more than 4.5 points this entire season. And then you have the Rams, who against playoffs. So like I said, the Bengals would be 9-0 with that spread. The Rams, just against the spread against playoff teams, including the playoffs, have been 4-6. I mean, I don't know why the spread, the Bengals have been disrespected all year. I just don't get this at all. If the only path to success where the Rams could win this is Aaron Donald, Von Miller, just that D-line just dominating this game. There's no way Stafford is winning them this game. He will not win them this game at all. It would be on the backs of the Rams defense. But we've seen it. Burrow has performed under pressure better than any quarterback in the league. And the Bengals are going to cover this spread. And I think they win the game as well. And Burrow gets his first ring in basically his first year.
When you said Von Miller, had me thinking back to last year, all those old Bucks players that were pretty old vets, and they just couldn't stop them.
The reason why I say him is because I could just see the Bengals really focusing on Aaron Donald and then him just kind of get let loose. So honestly, I think there's some value if you like the Rams. Don't bet. One, I don't think Burrow or Stafford you should MVP bet, by the way. There's a way to do it to get better odds. If you like Joe Burrow to win MVP, you should just same game parlay the Bengals money line and Joe Burrow to throw more than 250 yards, because there's no way he's winning MVP if he doesn't throw for 250 yards and win. You'll get better odds. Same with the Rams. You would just, if you think Stafford wins MVP, you don't bet his, minus
plus
100?
1. Yeah.
Plus 120.
Plus 120. What is, if you parlay the Rams money line and Stafford to throw for more than 250 yards, I guarantee you'd get better odds. So that's just ways you can finesse the sports books into basically the same outcome, but you get way better odds.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Good point there, PB.
Yeah, but I mean, what other do you guys like now that we've gone? Well, let's just quickly, don't have to go into too much of the analysis, but do you guys like the over or under? I personally think this is more of an under. I think both defenses can.
I think you see both of these teams start out pretty slow. I grabbed the first half under 24, and I think this game goes under 2. You see both of these teams, for how good they are at passing the ball, default to the run, I think a little bit too often.
First downs, they're running it always. It's crazy.
It's for both teams. It's way too often for how high powered their passing games are.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that both defenses are going to chop away at the clock here. Definitely think the under, especially in the first half when you get guys in their first Super Bowls, and there's a little bit of a different atmosphere than even the playoffs. And and guys generally come out a little bit slower. So grab that first half under. Early on in the game here too. This is something that Pat McAfee has been pointing out the last couple of years. No touchback on the opening kickoff is plus 120 right now. So I guess in the Super Bowl, most games, obviously there's specific balls dedicated to the kickers that get broken into prior to the game starting. With the Super Bowl ball is brand new on the kickoff. The second it's kicked off, they grab it off the field and it goes to Canton. So it's not broken in. You've got all of like the camera flashes going off. And then if the Rams kick it, Matt Gay was short from 47 earlier in the playoffs. Like, I don't know if he's injured or if he's just got the yips a little bit or what, but
I think he was injured that game. He he hurt himself.
Yeah, which makes sense. But plus 120, sprinkle a little bit on there. Got a couple more, but I'll let you guys dive in a little bit if you got some.
Nick, do you have anything? Or well, first, what do you guys like? Just quick, the over or the under, and a quick reason why maybe.
I like the over because Matthew Stafford's going to throw 6 touchdown passes in this game.
Stop it! Stop! Don't say things that are gonna miss that the viewers are gonna actually think you're serious. You come on.
I think you could.
6 touchdowns? Are you on crack?
6?
No, I like Stafford throwing at least 3 here.
I was gonna say if you said 4, that's like a lot, but still in a reasonable range.
I think he the thing is with Stafford is he's also like he's never played in like this environment before, and I think that so he's never played in this environment, but with his like I think his moxie and confidence. I'm not saying Joe Burrow doesn't have that, but like, and again, with what you were saying, Alex, like they're so young, they don't know any different. I mean, Matthew Stafford really doesn't know either. I mean, he's been playing his second playoff game was.
I think he knows how hard it is to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I mean, like more so than like Joe Burrow, who's like basically first year, 1.5 years in. And he's like, oh yeah, this is Heisman, national championship, Super Bowl, basically in my rookie year. It's all pretty easy. Whereas like Stafford's been like clawing away at it.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing about it, the Bengals, I mean, I'll give them all the credit. They've deserved to be here with they've won tough games, but like how many playoff games did they win on the last second field goal? 2, 3? Didn't they
beat 2?
2. Okay. So they beat the Raiders out. The Raiders were driving. They threw a pick, but then they beat
the Titans
on a field goal. And then
the Chiefs, they tied it with a field goal, and then they won it with a field goal as well. Yep. So I'm not saying they'd like all their.
The Chiefs tied it with a field goal. The Bengals were winning.
Oh yeah, okay, sorry, but okay, you get what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I like
they play close games. You're exactly
games.
right, and that's why they're covering.
Okay, but yeah, so give me. I like Matthew Stafford's over 281. I like literally any Matthew Stafford prop I'm taking because I think that his over on touchdown passes is 2.5. I like that. That's plus 148. I understand.
What's your response to you like these Stafford's overs, but I gave you I said there is a Rams path to victory, and I thought it's on the back of Rams defense, and I'll also say the Rams run game because I think with the Bengals dropping guys back, that could really open up the run game. I think that's the path. So explain why you think Stafford is going to be able to throw so many yards on this Bengals defense with the way the Bengals will play defense against this team.
Okay. Well, first of all, no one knows how they're going to open up and start playing defense against this team.
They've showed what they've done all year. They like I said, they rush 3 guys at a higher rate than almost every team in the league, or they'll rush just 4 guys, like all stuff Stafford struggles against.
You know what is really good and helpful for Stafford? Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp is
okay. If the Bengals are able to double team Cooper Kupp, that's gonna
okay. Do you know what a double team is? Usually, how that works. Like
putting 2 guys on him. You have one guy on the top and one guy underneath.
Okay, you know what Cooper Kupp runs? Cooper Kupp runs a lot of in routes and drags. He's the best after catching the ball. He has the most yards.
Tyreek has been playing out of that same area against the Bengals. He's been doing it because they haven't been giving him just like the Hail Mary routes. Like they've been using him that way. And Tyreek Hill didn't catch a ball in the second half, I don't think.
Okay, PB, what I'm saying is all the teams have been running the two high safeties against the Chiefs. We're not talking about the Chiefs. We're talking about
No, they didn't. The Bengals did it in the first half. They stopped and they literally ran one safety over the top and they double teamed Tyreek and they double teamed Kelsey and they were shut down.
Okay, well, I think Cooper Kupp is a better receiver than Tyreek Hill. So
What?
yeah. What do you mean? What?
I understand he's had an incredible year this year.
Yeah, incredible 3
You have to
years.
look at a larger sample size.
His last 3 years, except for last year, he didn't catch touchdowns. He still had the yards. He's had 1,500 plus receiving yards in 2 of the last 3 years. Like he's basically unmatchable. Like the way that Cooper Kupp runs routes, he gets open. He's a smart route runner. He doesn't just use his speed. I think he's a smarter route runner than Tyreek Hill.
He had 974 yards in 2020, and he had 1,100 yards in 2019, 566 yards in 2018, and
okay, so I was
169.
so he had over 1,000.
You're
So
like regurgitating the almanac right now. What are you doing?
You're saying 1,500 yards. He's never had more than 1,500 yards. This is his first year. Where are you pulling this stuff from?
I meant okay. So I got a little over
3 touchdowns last year.
I said I mentioned that. Chill out. But anyways,
There's ACL last year.
He did get injured, at some point. But it just doesn't. I don't know how you can say he's a better receiver than Tyreek Hill.
I think he's a better route runner than Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill
is a better route runner, not a better overall receiver.
I literally just said that 5 minutes ago, but
All right.
You see red whenever I start talking about anything good about the Rams. You just
no. I love Cooper Kupp. You know this.
He's just reading the almanac, all right, Corey? Give him a break.
All right. Other bets I like. Here we go. Let's go. Jeez, man. First time touchdown score. You guys like anything there? You guys gonna take any pizza money bets?
First touchdown score. I think you got to take a long shot.
I have a question. Is Uzoma gonna play?
We don't know.
I don't know.
That's tough.
I mean, I guess.
I think I like OBJ for the first touchdown.
He's been catching a lot of them.
Yeah, I think he's their main red zone target, even more than a tight end.
I like Higbee at plus 1,500.
Is Higbee
But
playing?
is he? I don't know. If he's for sure
last game too.
Yeah, it would be someone random like that. It always is.
Oh yeah, I forgot he went out early.
He's doubtful.
I forgot. Okay, well then give me Kendall Blayton plus 1,500.
I got a new Kendall Blayton NFT on.
Yeah, I got
I'm
one
sure
of
that
those
value
too.
is sky high.
Yeah, the rare Cooper Kupp one though. That one's money.
Is there
the Rams?
Offensive player of the year.
Do you know what I think is the easiest bet while you're looking that up, Corey? It's a DraftKings players special. Both teams to score 25 and Burrow and Stafford to throw for over 250.
So you think the game goes way over?
I think it'll be an over and kind of like a big offense type of game.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I
like that one. 25, you win 137. Pretty nice. $100 in the bank. Right into the off season on a win.
So considering how much the Bengals like to throw the ball, this is defensive props. Player to record the most tackles plus assists. Eric Weddle sitting at plus 1,800 is.
Didn't he have like 10 tackles last game or something crazy like that?
He was all over the field, and he comes down and plays the box as sitting on his couch 4 weeks ago. Now in the Super Bowl.
Do you see? He said he's going right back to the couch after this too.
Oh, I believe him.
He's like, you guys know what the over under for Rams sacks are? Take a guess.
5.5.
3.5.
I was gonna say 4 maybe.
Whoa.
Yeah, 3. So
what are the odds on that?
And it's plus 105. You get that. Yeah. So
the
under 3.5 is minus 135. So Vegas thinks that Vegas is thinking that the O-line can keep up, but personally, this is where I would I think the Rams' success will come on the defensive side. This is where like I would take the Bengals spread, but I'll take the over 3.5 Rams sacks, because if the Rams aren't getting over 3.5 sacks, the Bengals are covering this. But it's possible they get like 4 sacks and the Bengals still cover, so I could win both. So this is like my favorite Rams side bet to make that still allows me to win my Bengals one, but I could hit both as well. Because there's no way the Rams are winning this if they don't sack Burrow like more than 3 times.
Along those lines, here's one that I grabbed today that I like. Von Miller to record 1+ sacks, Stafford 2+ TDs, and Cam Akers 1+ TD plus 600.
Ooh. So it's just 1 sack, 2 touchdowns from Stafford and 1 rushing.
Yep, from Akers.
I like that too.
I like this one. First offensive play of the game to be a rush. Both teams, like last game, I swear the Bengals every first down they didn't do anything other than run the ball, and the Rams oftentimes do run the ball on the first play, and I really could see them doing that just like the first play of the game, just coming out, just running the ball. It's minus 145, but I do think that should probably be like minus 180 or higher.
What do you guys
He's going
think
to
about?
play action on you.
Yeah.
I think both these teams are going to want to just at
Maybe a
least
shovel pass. What do you guys think about this? Both teams to score points in all 4 quarters. It's plus 1,000.
I saw that one.
I like
saw
the
that
under
one, but
somehow.
yeah,
Too many.
that's one of those tempting ones. Like they got one similar. It's like 1 touchdown and 1 field goal from both teams in each half, and it's like that should be so doable. That should be so easy, but the times I've bet it doesn't seem like it ever.
Yeah,
hits.
it's plus 1,500. The only reason I stay away from that or steer away from that is because the 4th down, going for it on 4th down consistencies, like throughout the 35, like if your kicker's kind of hurt, but like the Bengals are showing that they trust Evan McPherson from like 55 plus, like they'll trot him out there. So,
so
that's the thing. Yeah, he does. And I think, so that kind of makes me think of liking, I don't know, scoring for. See, I don't know. I kind of steer away from that now that you've kind of pushed me out of it.
I don't know. It feels like it should be such an easy bet to hit. Like it's 10 points each half from both teams. It seems like it should be so doable, and I feel like it never hits.
Yeah,
I grabbed the other one I got. This is the last one I've got so far is will there be a 2-point attempt? It's plus money for yes, plus 118.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So
I like total players to have a pass attempt over 2.5. It's plus 155.
Yeah.
What was that?
Total players to have a pass attempt. Odell throws the ball.
Oh.
On the Bengals, you could see they always bring out the whole playbook in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. There's a couple on FanDuel. I don't know the odds on them, but it was like non-quarterback to throw a touchdown is like in plus 1,000 or 2,000.
Yeah.
DraftKings has if a lineman scores a touchdown.
Yeah. So
plus 2,200.
That was the other one I saw. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
I actually took that one. I was like, all right, $5, you get 100.
Yeah. Why not? And then you get to like post that ticket and probably get picked up somewhere on Twitter, like go viral for it.
Do it for the clout.
If you're under the impression that Cam Akers, because we saw him fumble, then the next game he got kind of banged up. I know they have 2 weeks, but they like Sony Michel a little bit more in pass protection, and they're at least they might split a little bit more. Whereas Mixon, we know, is P. Ryan kind of gets a little bit, but for the most part, it's just Mixon. You can get even money between Akers and Mixon, like who has more rushing yards. So if you have a strong take on the playing time between Akers and Michel, you might lean as a solid play to take Mixon there.
Yeah, I think with all these crazy bets, you sometimes got to remember to just like try and find some like high percentage wins.
There's gems in there.
Yeah, like it's fun to throw these flyers, but what I think is one of the best bets, I can't find a better one. It's Super Bowl winning margin. The over-under's at 8.5. So like if you
Wait.
think it'll be like relatively close, it's only minus 110 for the under. Seems
So-
like the easiest bet.
That's
to me.
almost like having a teaser, but only
Bet
Right.
at even money, pretty much.
Yeah,
so
like
we
under
have
a
and you can
touchdown.
play either way. You know,
Right. It doesn't matter who wins it.
minus 110 like that. That's probably the easiest bet you could.
I
run
like
with.
that one. I
Yeah.
would say I like that one.
I don't see this being more than a touchdown difference at most.
Yeah,
Corey
I think
does.
that rarely happens. In the
Corey
Corey,
says
what's the final score? What's the
Corey
final score? Of
says
this game?
56
score?
and 21.
Yeah, tell me the final score of this damn game, Corey.
Rams 34, Bengals
High score.
24.
Jeez, you think this game is going to be a back and forth or not?
I
really?
do. I mean, so I still think I still think the Rams get their sacks, but I mean, after watching like Joey Burrow like scramble away, like he's going to get away sometimes, like, and he's going to make like a great throw. But also, if you go back to that Chiefs game, like he one of those throwaways he had was almost picked, which would have changed the course of the game. So that's another thing. What's the
I just looked at Cooper Kupp's receiving yard. I came all the way. It was at 104. It came down to like 101 or something, and now it's up to 106 and a half.
What is Mixon's at?
His is at 25 and a half. I actually got the under at 29.
I was
So
gonna someone at Action Network put out an article or something. It was saying it was at like 28 and a half. I checked it like maybe an hour after the article came out, and it had gone down to like 24 and a half.
Yeah, it's at
For a while.
25 and a half. I got the under at 29.
That was a good hop.
But
What
I
about-
like Jamar Chase over 3.5 rushing yards. They give him like
It's like a sweep or something.
they do it quite often. Like, let me look up how often. So he had 3 yards last game. He had 2 yards the game before, and 23. But they all before that, before the playoffs, he basically had 0 rushing attempts. He's had a few here and there, but it's like right when they hit the playoffs, it was 3 rushing attempts, 1 rushing attempt, 1 rushing attempt. And I think Chase, especially in the Super Bowl, they might get like they've seen what like Deebo Samuel's done, and Chase is so dynamic, and I could see him being used a little bit more in the rushing game.
Where'd this just go? Gosh darn it. Pass completions, first quarterback, each their first pass to be complete or incomplete or intercepted. Incomplete is plus 220 for each quarterback. That might mean that's a little. I mean, you think in a Super Bowl, especially with Joe Burrow, I can see them giving him a like a screen or something to throw first, just to get his feet wet. We've seen. I think the Bengals are going to really utilize the screen. You saw them do it against the Chiefs very late. I want to know how many times they threw a screen pass, because every time I looked up, they're just dumping off to P. Ryan or Mixon as a screen. So that's something to think about.
Yeah. I'm trying to see, the sacks ones are really like intriguing to me. Like, oh, that was first sack. I'm trying to find like specific. Oh yeah. Aaron Donald to record a full sack is minus 200. Is there a Von Miller one? Minus 150 for Von Miller is kind of good. I just see the Bengals really trying to focus so much on Donald. I think Donald still probably gets a sack, but I think it could really open it up for someone like Von Miller. Actually, what is it? Leonard Floyd, the other one?
Yeah.
He's plus 130, so I probably like him the most.
He's
But
a tough
on the Bengals side, you can get Trey Hendrickson at minus 125, or you can get someone like DJ Reader at plus 500.
I like those.
But yeah, interception. I think you can get a pretty good odd on like Stafford to throw one.
Well, here, I'll give you this instead. Since this is the only you'll hear me talk about Matthew Stafford, but
He's really
to throw first a touchdown or interception. interceptions plus 220 before he throws before touchdown.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't need to bet that. I just know he's going to throw one. So I just rather
INT and time it. That's
like
tough.
right now, Burrow's minus 135 to throw one. Stafford's minus 155. But I mean, Stafford, if you
Pretty
split his
close.
interceptions out over all his games, he would have averaged one every game. So
Cool. Any quarterback to throw to
he's
pass
probably
for?
throwing a pick six here. So maybe you just bet Bengals defensive touchdown. What is
That'd be
Bengals?
pretty crazy.
Honestly, I'm probably taking that. Where is it? What's Bengals defensive touchdown at? Because that I could totally see.
Probably like plus 2,000 or something.
What's Bengals last touchdown score to end the game? I could totally see Stafford just right at the end choking. Bengals plus 3,000 to be the last touchdown score, but plus 500 to anytime. So yeah, I like the Bengals defense anytime touchdown score.
Are they really only at plus 500?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is super low.
Terrible odds.
Yeah, that is very low odds for a defense.
Bad bet.
Well, I mean, the Rams defense is plus 400.
That is so low. That is
Yeah.
so low. I was
Well,
during the
Because
regular
you
season-
have, I mean, you can't make it really higher than that because I mean, the defense is on the field like, there's the whole game or half.
No,
the
but I
game.
Very
feel
rare.
like during the regular season, I was seeing like plus 1,000, plus 2,000
For defensive. Oh, this isn't for first. This is for anytime.
anytime.
Yeah.
I never saw it at plus 1,000.
Yeah. I'm
That's
telling you,
crazy.
during the
Tell me
regular
the Jets
season,
defense is like plus 150 to score a touchdown? No way.
on that,
No,
on
never
that,
that low. It's always like plus 400 or higher.
on that
but-
I thought it was
Rams,
always around 750. So I'm right in the middle.
on that Rams Jags game, I think it was Nick, where you were like Jalen Ramsey revenge game. What's
Yeah.
first? Maybe it was first touchdown. That was that high.
Did I
Maybe
cover
that's what it was.
the was that before we started the show, the how to bet the MVP if you're
Yeah.
Yeah, you talked about it.
That was a good
on the show? Okay.
good
Anyway.
mark for sure.
Got the memory of a goldfish over there.
Hey, I didn't know if I said it before we started. Pass plus rushing yards. I don't really like that. They don't really rush. Oh, I like Joe
So-
Burrow's under. I got it under 37.5 passing attempts. Kinda
How have we not figured out how long the national anthem takes?
well,
It seems like the easiest one.
they haven't posted that prop yet, but I
Yeah,
do
but,
want
like,
to.
we should know a range going in before it's even posted.
We got to do some research. It's
Yeah,
like
that's an
who's-
easy one.
I want to say
singing it?
last year was like
I don't
a
know.
minute 50 or something like that. It's like always right around 2 minutes, I want to say. But yeah, it depends on the singer, depends on how long they hold and the home of the the whole thing. Like, are they like dramatic singers? Are they really gonna hold that one out or
Or are we just going like pure guitar solo for the national anthem? There's nothing more American than that. That
Freebird
really gets the
solo.
crowd going. honestly.
Freebird solo?
Yeah.
National anthem's 8 minutes long.
I was just clicking around here. Total yardage of all Rams touchdowns scored. Over unders at 32.5. You can get that minus 116 if you like the over.
All touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
Bengals
That
is
feels like an
over.
over.
Bengals is 27.5.
That also feels like an over. Like that takes
feels,
one.
That
one
feels like an
long-
over because just of how the Bengals play.
Yeah.
Because you have
Both
Chase
teams.
Higgins. Yeah, but the
Rams
I wanna-
take it off the top too.
Yeah, they do, but I just don't. That's the one thing is I think both these defenses can show kind of have a good game here. So
Yeah.
Let's see.
I liked the if we're playing that game, I liked Jamar Chase or not Jamar Chase, OBJ and T Higgins to catch a 30-yard pass. Both of them. It was plus 450.
I mean, it just takes-
I've loved Cooper Cup all year, and we'll talk about it in the showdown because he's kind of expensive, but like it might be like his prop. Oh, I'll say I think his under, which I've been on him all year, and I think his under at 106.5 yards is a strong play. And honestly, if you like unders, wait till like kind of before kickoff. 'Cause
Yeah.
everyone and their mother is going to be taking overs for the Super Bowl, and it's going to basically force sportsbook to maybe have to inflate it a little bit. So you need to wait. Like if you like overs, bet them early. But if you like unders, wait till kind of like right before kickoff, and then take it. Because like if everyone's just hammering Cooper Cup, maybe you get it to like 109 or something. I'd love the under at that point. Like that's so high. And I really think the Bengals, they have 2 weeks. They have 2 weeks to look at Stafford's weaknesses, and it's obvious what they are, and just force them to run the ball a little bit more than they like. And I don't know that Stafford, they should have lost that game. That damn interception that was dropped by whatever his name was on the 49ers. That was a perfect pass directly into his arms, just
Jimmy
to
Ward.
steal the game.
Jimmy
Not
Ward.
steal it, but
That would have for sure ended it.
I
You know
think-
what? That just shows you that the football gods are shining down
Oh, it
bright
means it's
on
gonna
Matthew
catch up with him.
Stafford.
It's going to catch up with him, and Jesse Bates ain't dropping it. Maybe if it's Eli Apple, he'll drop it. I hate that guy, but you can get Matthew Stafford exact passing touchdowns 0 at plus 800.
Oh, well, don't take that. So
I might just nibble on that.
no, don't you touch it. Will the game be tied at any point after the first score? Minus 110 for yes or no.
Tied, that's tough because like once a team can score like a field goal, then it can really just be always. I mean, that's probably like right around the right.
If you think it's gonna be a close game, it's gonna be tied at one point. You think at least. I mean, it doesn't have to. Be, but
once you get up by a field goal, it can go like to.
I know how math works.
Okay, well, they can just do that back
7
and forth.
plus 3
It can just
wins.
You can never tie and it still be close.
Low scoring quarter combined points over 5.5 or under 5.5.
What is
It's
it?
kind of it. Lowest scoring quarter combined points.
Honestly,
Under-
I would say the first.
No, it's not. It's any quarter. So if you think any quarter is going to be the lowest scoring, like over 5.5 or under 5.5. So like if they don't score in the first quarter,
Oh.
then you hit. Or
I would still
2
probably
field
take,
goals busted though.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
still take probably the over.
highest scoring quarter combined points 20.5. That's a lot.
What is it?
Highest scoring quarter combined points 20.5. Over is plus 126. Under is minus
It would
154.
probably happen in the fourth if it happened. But
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I was just gonna say.
What's-
The fourth
is there
quarters have been
a fourth
insane.
quarter over? Oh, it's 13.5 in the fourth.
Man, there's so many things to look at. So I guess if we're like, I know we're just kind of like bouncing around like with no rhyme or reason here.
Yeah, we're just kind of
Well, like-
looking at this for fun.
Well, like if you like seriously are like looking to like find stuff, like if you like unders, like PB said, wait till later on the week because things are going to get bet up regardless. I don't see it going down. I mean, there might be some weird props out there that get bet down, but for the most part, everything should be going over. And like seriously, I mean, there's, I mean, time of scoring props, like there's so many random stuff here. Like if you really dial in and look like throughout the week, like spend like 20 minutes, 30 minutes just looking in certain sections, you'll find value places. So just don't go in on like Sunday morning and just start like, depositing like $500 and just start throwing money around. Like, I mean, it's fun and it's like enjoyable, but like at like some point in time, like you're gonna get overwhelmed and like you're just gonna end up losing money. So like,
There's gonna be
one-
way
at
too
one
much to
Halftime's
keep
gonna
track
be a
of.
meltdown into a bowl of chili cone queso. It's not gonna be good. Just
We just hope it isn't that. What's that game a few years ago where it was just super low scoring? Basically, if you bet unders on everything, you would have just made so
It was
much.
the
money.
last times the Rams were in.
Yeah, it was the last time the Rams were
17-14.
with
No, I think they put up 9.
the original Jared Goff. Now we have Goff.
I don't think they had a touchdown that Super Bowl.
No, they did.
yeah, Goff missed the pass. I know that.
Gatorade's
But-
always white.
You know what? History sometimes repeats itself. And we had Goff in that time. Now we have Gofford. So we might get
I
a.
mean, they're not incomparable, but that's.
Well,
Hey, let me put up the stats here really quick. I'm gonna show you that Matthew Stafford and Jared Goff are the same person.
Just saying, let's just put it this way: if the Rams do not win the Super Bowl, Jared Goff with a worst like they didn't have OBJ or was Ramsey was on the team then, right? Or was Ramsey not even there?
Nope.
Yeah. So they had Von Miller wasn't there. You know, they didn't have, I don't know who they're running. That's when Todd Gurley was like broken and who knows who their running back was. But
No, that was your Todd Gurley was insane.
no, but
He didn't play in
by
the Super Bowl though.
Yeah, in the Super Bowl, he didn't play really.
I feel like that always happens to Rams running backs.
But okay, so this is the point. If Jared Goff, you know, he didn't have now he has all these upgrades and this and that was that this version of the Rams that went all in to win a Super Bowl. They threw in all of their chips to win it with him.
Here they are.
And no, if they lose it, they literally lost all of their draft capital. They lost all.
And they still got
all this,
to a Super
and they
Bowl.
still were in the same spot with Jared Goff. So that's my point. If they don't win it, it was all for nothing.
I mean, there's always next year.
No, it's going to start getting real bad for the Rams with their draft capital, real bad. And when they start after paying these guys, they ain't looking good. The Rams' future is horrible. I'm sorry if you're a Rams fan and you don't win this year because your future is bleak.
All right, okay.
TV's
last
just
time we-
projecting because the Saints are just like an absolute dumpster fire. So
No,
don't panic.
I speak
Hang on.
for every team.
Wait.
Like I know what team situations are, and that's the Rams situation. No one could deny that. Their future is bleak. It's bad. They're going to
Okay.
be one of the worst teams in the league.
Okay,
Yeah.
hang on. Before we get out of here, can we get it like in confirmation, in writing, verbal commitment? If the Rams win and Stafford has a great game, will you come on here, make a solo video, apologizing to Stafford,
Solo video.
and posting it on all your social media
No,
accounts?
I'm
saying,
not going to ever post it to my social medias. That's not what I'm going to do. But what if Burrow wins? Like what? If Stafford, okay, and if Stafford just has a bad game and they lose, you're just going to come on here and say how much Stafford sucks?
No, I mean, if he has a bad game, yeah, I'll call it how it is.
No, you have to just say, yeah, he sucks. He's a bad quarterback.
I'll say he had a bad game if he
He's
played.
Matthew Gofford, and they
Okay,
should-
whatever. Let's get out of here. You're. This is the point where you're getting out of control.
No, I'm not.
Your wife needs to
Put
come
it
put your
down.
muzzle on.
Oh, jeez.
Come on, PG, Corey.
Listen, it's gonna be a good game, I hope. And
Gatorade is always white / clear. Always take it.
what's the odds on that, Nick? So,
Nobody's rolling to the nightclub like covered in blue Gatorade.
Okay, you think they wouldn't shower before? Okay, let's get out of here.
ending on a Gatorade, bro.
This is falling apart.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see you tomorrow whenever we post next for the showdown slate. That'll be a fun one. That's gonna be where most of my chips are put in this week is the showdown slate. $1 million top prize. So we'll break that down soon. All right. Well, thank you for watching. Please leave a review on Spotify. I think you can leave reviews now and leave a comment on YouTube on why you think Stafford sucks.
You had to get in one more time.
That'll do it.
He's so
today's
funny.
show. And that'll do it for today's show.